Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Study with Rakhi Sikri. Today we are going to discuss top 10 most important multiple choice questions from the chapter Reproduction in Plants, Class 7. So let us begin. The first question is, vegetative propagation in sweet potato takes place by, and the options are root, B, leaves, C, seed, or is it D, stem? The correct answer to this question is A option, that is root. The vegetative propagation of sweet potato can be done by roots. Sweet potato is a modification of adventitious roots which grow from the nodes of a running stem, and they are irregularly swollen due to the storage of food. Let's move on to the next question. In which organisms does reproduction through spore formation occur? The options are A, fern, B, algae, C, fungi, or is it D, yeast? The correct answer for this question is A option, that is fern. The majority of ferns undergo sexual reproduction through spores, and if you look underside the fern leaf, you will find a row of small spots called sori. Such spots are visible in spring and summer, and each spot encases tiny spores that shed off in the late summer season. Question number 3. How does reproduction occur in yeast? The options are A, zygote, B, spore formation, C, fragmentation, D, budding. The correct answer for this question is D option, that is budding. Yeast primarily reproduces asexually through a process called budding, where a new cell grows directly from the body of the parent cell. Let's move on to the next question. What are flowers that contain only either the pistil or stamen called? Is it A, unisexual flowers, or B, bisexual flowers? Is it C option, asexual flowers, or none of the above? The correct answer is A option, that is unisexual flowers. Unisexual flowers has only either pistil or stamen as the reproductive structure, and therefore they are referred as incomplete flower. Example of such flowers are cucumber, papaya, etc. Question number 5. What is the cell called that results from the fusion of gametes? Is it called spore, or is it called embryo? Do we call it a zygote or pistil? The correct answer is C option, that is zygote. The cell that is produced after the fusion of gametes is called a zygote, and in plants the zygote is located within the ovule and develops into the embryo of the seed. Moving on to question number 6. What is the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a flower called? The options are A, fragmentation, B option, fertilization, option C, pollination, or is it option D, reproduction? And the correct answer is option C, that is pollination. Pollination is the transfer of pollen from an anther of the plant to the stigma of a plant, and later enabling fertilization and the production of seeds. The pollinating agents can be animals such as insects, like for example beetles or butterflies, birds and bats, water, wind, and even the plant themselves. Question number 7. How are rose and lemon plants commonly grown? The options for this question are by tubers, option B, bulb, option C, stem cutting, or option D, leaf buds. And the correct answer is stem cuttings. The easiest way to propagate roses is by taking stem cuttings from non-grafted roses. The time to propagate roses is in the springtime or in the fall, and you'll have to be patient, though it takes several years before the new rose plant will begin blooming. Question number 8. Neha observed that a pond with clear water was covered with green algae within a week. By which method did the algae spread rapidly? And the options are A. Budding, B. Sexual reproduction, C. Fragmentation, or is it D. Pollination? The correct answer for this question is option C. Fragmentation. Fragmentation is the most common vegetative method of reproduction. The filamentous thallus breaks into fragments, and each fragment is capable of forming new thallus. Moving on to question number 9. What is the primary function of flowers in plants? The options are A. Reproduction, B. Transportation, C. Transpiration, or is it D. Respiration? And the correct answer is option A. Reproduction. The primary function of a flower is reproduction, thereby ensuring the survival of the species. And through this process of pollination and fertilization, flowers produce seeds. Each seed contains a new plant waiting for the right conditions to grow. And the last question for the day is, what does the zygote develop into? The options are, does it develop into a seed? Option B, an ovule. Option C, a fruit. Or it develop into an embryo. And the correct answer is an embryo, which is option D. Male and female gametes fuse, forming a zygote in the ovary of a flower. The ovary later thickens and ripens into a fruit that nourishes growing embryonic seeds. So that's all for today. I hope you learnt a lot. Do write in the comments how many of the answers you got correct. And do like, share and subscribe the channel. See you next time. Take care and bye-bye.